Right, here we have the top 10 bargain retro boats for UK sea angling. And the first one we have is the Hardy 20. And it can go on a trailer, probably better suited to a marina. It's quite a heavy boat. Um, this one in particular is 6 metres long, 2.4 beam, 0.38 metres draft. Can suit a 15 to 75 horsepower engine. It's a Class C category, GRP, built in the late 80s. Bosun superseded this particular model. It's a semi-displacement hull, can do about 18 knots. It weighs about 1,000 kg, so it's quite a heavy boat. But really well made, nice furniture inside. Yeah, Hardy's do a lovely boat. Yes, the Shetland Sheltie 17, designed as a lightweight fishing boat in the mid-80s, I believe. Family boat as well, mainly for fishing. Um, It's length 5.37, so it's 17 feet. Draft 0.23, beam 2.02, 363 kg without an engine. So it's quite a lightish sort of boat, but very fast. Had a good name back in the day. GRP. It's a shallow V hull, so it's a very fast sort of plane and hull. Maximum horsepower 65, so you don't need a massive engine. And yeah, I mean, you can pick them up now really cheap with probably quite a good engine on it. Just want to check the transom, make sure that's okay. Not too many holes have been drilled into it. But yeah, you could pick up a bargain there with that one. Much the same, the Alaska 500, built by Shetland as well. Again, a fishing boat. It's a just trying to think. It's 5 meters long. It does have a an older brother. It's the 600, which just flashed up there. Beam 210, draft 0.30 of a metre. Weight 550 kg, so it's a bit heavier than the Sheltie, and it can suit a 5 to 75 horsepower. So might be a little bit better in sort of choppier conditions. But yes, it's one you can pick up relatively cheaply, and I think Sea Hog were doing them in the sort of the early noughties, something like that. Romany 21, heavier boat, semi-displacement. I believe first designed and built in the 60s. So it was like the first sort of fast boat. Very heavily built, 2,000 kg in weight, 6.4 metres long, beam 2.4 metres, draft 0.7, so it's quite a bit under the water there. GRP, semi displacement, and it'd be on a shaft drive, one like this. So it's just a different style of boat. Probably would suit being on a swing mooring or in a marina or something like that. This is the Seaworker 22 Mark III, built by Man Friday Marine. This is obviously on a shaft. I believe this one's got 100 horsepower diesel. Nice boat, fairly fast. It's 6.7 metres long, 2.36 beam, 0.69 draft. This one in particular is suited for dry docking, so you've got the added benefit of being able to access your rudder, your prop, you're doing all your anti-foul and stuff like that. So there's an added sort of advantage there. It is it says 2,000 kg. I'll be surprised if it was 2,000 kg one like that, but you never know. 1.83 meters headroom, and one like that we were just looking at. I think that was a 1998 model. I think it was just under 8,000 quid. So it's actually a very golden oldie, I call it. This is the Hardy 18 Navigator. They do a Hardy 18 Fisher, which is exactly the same hull. And I believe they do a Hardy 17, which might be a slightly different hull, but it's a fishing boat. And this is the Hardy 18, slightly different wheelhouse arrangement. It's got some real good build quality, these boats, and can go quite fast with a relatively small engine, this one, the Hardy 18. It's its length 5.42 metres, beam of 2.2, draft of 0.6 of a metre, weight 660 kg, cabin height 1.35, and it can go on a 10 horsepower to 50 horsepower long shaft, and with that you can get near sort of 20 knots. So I think that's an all-round not a bad one there, the Hardy 18 Navigator. It's not too big. It can go on a trailer as well if you don't want to sort of have it at a marina or something like that. And you can pick them up quite cheap. You can pick them up for like £5,000 to sort of £7,000, something like that, with a reasonable engine on them. So that's definitely one worth looking at. Is the Hardy build quality as well. Orkney 19 Fastliner. I think they first came out in the early 90s, 1990, something like that. So length 5.92 metres, beam 2.26, 620 kg whole weight. Can fit an 80 horsepower, long shaft 4-stroke. Speed around about 25 knots, maximum 7 people. And it's a Class C category there. Very popular in the 90s, that particular boat. It's quite a biggish sort of trailer boat, but hey ho. And yeah, you can see the weight there, 620. So it's a little bit heavier than the rest, mainly due to the extra length. Orkney Strikeliner 16. Now this is the old model of the 520. So they've done the 520 in like the noughties. This is like the 90s versions. You can pick them up quite cheap. So this one will fit the 25 horsepower. And you can still get fairly good sort of performance out of it. If you're just doing inshore fishing, that's all is required really, if you think about it. It's relatively light, 550 kg, so that's in comparison with like the Alaska and all those. So this had a length of 4.87, a draft of 0.69, 550 kg, which we've discussed there, and I think it's a beam about 2 metres, something like that. Just an early 90s boat, and you can pick them up quite cheap now. Good build quality. The Warrior 15, so it's a length of 4.67, beam 2.10 metres, draft 0.25, it's not a lot of draft there. 500 kg boat, similar on level power with like the Alaska. 50 horsepower will be required here. Go on a trailer, primarily a trailer boat. And it's a planing hull. And this was late 90s when they started introducing these ones. But the build quality is quite good on these too. And you can pick them up relatively cheap, these. And they'd be very good fun to drive around. Hog Hunter 15. This particular model was, I think, was first introduced around about mid-80s, late 80s, something like that. And you could stick a 50, or sorry, you could stick something like 50 or 70 horsepower on it. Very fast. It's like a cathedral hull. So it would slam a little bit into a head sea. It's GRP, 15 foot long. It's a beam of 6 foot 3 inches and a draft of 8 inches. So it's a late 80s, sort of 90s sort of boat. And if you're just looking for your first sort of boat and you want to pick one up super cheap. Okay guys, thanks for watching. I hope that was useful. There's a few on there, so there's 10 there. Like I say, it's like when you're first looking to buy a boat, don't dive in straight away. Very often you'll see the prices look quite high, but after a few months, if the boat hasn't sold, you'll see you know, the owner can actually will knock quite a bit off, because they're generally not too sure themselves how much the boat is worth. You see, they're just feeling their way as well. So always be prepared to sort of be realistic, haggle, but also be polite when you are negotiating with people. All right, anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you later.